One, the Cleveland Cavaliers made a huge move today by acquiring Donovan Mitchell. And nobody saw that coming. I mean, seriously, way to move in just secrecy and silence. That was incredible. I don't even think the Cavs were rumored as a destination for Donovan Mitchell. Now, I do see some people asking, like, is Donovan Mitchell even want to go to the Cavs? Like, is that a place that he's okay with, right? It wasn't on his list, this, that, and the other. I'm sure that they talked to Donovan Mitchell and said, hey, would you be okay with going to the Cavs? I'm sure that, they had a discussion. They have worked with Donovan Mitchell very well throughout this whole process. Donovan Mitchell has been very good, very quiet, not trying to force the issue, stuff like that. So I just don't think that this would have happened without them saying like, hey, Donovan, is the Cavs an okay destination for you? We got this deal. And I'm sure he gave the green light. Not that it means much because, he is under contract for several more years. But I don't think Cleveland would have done that deal unless they knew that they were going to get a Donovan Mitchell that was willing to buy in, come in, and play. And they are a great team. I mean, they are ridiculously stacked. They were already, the Cinderella story, the surprise team last season. I just think that this move is huge because now they got that go-to scorer. They got that guy that can just go get you a bucket. And I'm curious to see if he plays better defense because people forget or they just don't know. Donovan Mitchell was known as a defensive player coming into the league. From Louisville, he's a 6'1" player, but he has like a 6'10" wingspan. He was a solid defender, and many thought that was gonna be his niche here in the NBA, that solid scoring 3-and-D type player. And then he developed into just this scoring guard that could put up 50 points in a playoff game, something like that. Got a guy that is a proven scorer, got a guy that is a winner, got a guy that you can count on and is going to show up in the big moments, which Cleveland really needs. Cleveland is a very young team. They gained some experience last year, but they still don't have a ton of experience. And I think Donovan Mitchell is going to be that leader, that guy that's going to be able to come in, really change the fate of this team. And the beauty is Cleveland was able to get Donovan Mitchell without giving up any of their core pieces. They traded Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, and then they traded Achai Agabji. I probably butchered that, sorry. But yeah, solid young players, solid young talent. Colin Sexton could be a really good player. We've talked about Colin Sexton on this channel before. He has one of the worst plus minuses in league history. He's the second worst plus minus. And that was one of the big issues why Cleveland didn't want to re-sign him. He's also coming off injuries. There's a lot of questions when it comes to Colin Sexton. Didn't really need Colin Sexton. You basically upgraded Colin Sexton into Donovan Mitchell. This was huge. Lauri Markkanen, he was a solid guy for them last year, but you still got Evan Mobley. You still have Kevin Love off the bench if you need be. He's got Jared Allen. Lauri Markkanen is a guy that, as great as he is, he's kind of obsolete on this team. You got enough size, you got enough pieces. He's going to get you the scoring you need that you're going to miss out on for Markkanen and Sexton. And then obviously Akai, he's a solid young guy, but who knows what he's going to be? Who knows how great he's going to be? If he turns out to be great, then great for the Jazz. This was a huge move for the Cavaliers. This was a huge net positive. The team that wins is usually the team that gets the star. And guess what? The Cavs got the star. I mean, again, look at this roster. Look at this depth chart. This is ridiculous. Come on. You got Garland, Rubio, and Nato. Now, obviously, Rubio, he's got to recover from injuries, stuff like that. But once he gets back, you got that guard that can facilitate, play some defense. They're great at the point guard position. Then you got shooting guard. You got Mitchell, LeVert, Nembhard. Again, got depth. LeVert can play multiple positions if need be. Small forward, you got Okaro, you got Stevens, you got Windler. Okay, small forward, not as, I think it's a solid position for them, but LeVert could also play small forward. How much is Stevens and Windler gonna play? We'll see, but I think that they're definitely guys that can come in and be contributors, guys that can come in and really earn some solid minutes, play some solid minutes. But you got a couple guys here who can also mix and match. Power forward position, I think, is arguably one of their strongest positions outside of shooting guard and center. You got obviously Evan Mobley, who was fantastic for them. Wade, Osman, and then Evan Mobley's brother, Isaiah Mobley, who, hey, maybe you can kind of get lightning in a bottle twice. Who knows? But Even guys like Osman, like he could play small forward if need be, stuff like that. And then center. You're talking Jared Allen, you got Kevin Love, Robin Lopez. You got a little bit of it. You are in a great position. This is why Markin didn't really need Markin. Markin would have been solid to have, but hey, you got a guy, Donovan Mitchell. This team is insane. This team is so good. How good are they, though? That's the big question. That's something that I want to pass to all of you and hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Now, obviously, you got your big three with Garland, Mobley, Donovan Mitchell. And the beauty with Donovan Mitchell is he's young enough to grow with this team. He's not 30, 32, something like that. No, he's young enough to where you have him for the long haul. You have him as a player that could really come in, be a net positive this season and for several seasons to come. That is huge if you're the Cavs. They have the depth, they have the youth, they have the defense, they have the scoring, they have everything. I really think that this team can make some serious noise. If I'm being honest, though, and I think we need to kind of cool expectations. I did a live stream earlier today, and I just saw all the hype and excitement for the Cavs, which I'm excited too for them. I think this is a great move. Again, I still don't think they're a contender yet. There's still a lot of questions with this team, right? Youth standpoint, Donovan Mitchell, is he going to be able to go from being the guy that gets to basically do whatever he wants, score, facilitate everything? Is he going to be able to come in and be the third, fourth, sometimes, maybe even, fifth option in certain scenarios, certain matchups, things like that? Is Garland and Mitchell going to be able to work out? Are they going to be able to fit? There was a lot of questions with Sexton and Garland. Now, Donovan Mitchell, if he can come in and just be that scorer, be that guy that they need, this could be absolutely huge for them. But, we've seen experiments not go the way that people plan. Lakers, great example, went and got Russell Westbrook, although that was a little more obvious than this. But nonetheless, it just goes to show not just getting a superstar doesn't always guarantee, oh, this is going to work, this is great, we're going to win a championship. I do think Cleveland is a team that is going to be very good. I think Cleveland is a team that if they were in the NBA Finals, it wouldn't surprise me. But I think it's going to take them a year or two to kind of get their feet under them, kind of figure it out, get everything structured, everyone kind of identify their roles, this, that, and the other. I think that they could win a bunch of games. I think that they could be really good, really talented. But I just think that we're going to have to give them some time. There's some question marks with this roster, with this team, stuff like that. So again, let's keep cool expectations. But nonetheless, I am excited for the Cavs. I think they are anywhere from the 4th to 6th seed. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if they finish in like the 1 to 3 seed, just because when you're talking about this team being so young, they're going to try to win games. A team like the Nets, the Bucks, Celtics, stuff like that, they're just trying to get to the playoffs, right? They don't care what seeding they're in. But when you're talking the Cavs, they're gonna be a young team. They're gonna be able to run night in, night out, 82 games, stuff like that. They're going to be in a good position. But I think from just a scaling of like which teams would I more likely think would be in the NBA Finals or come out the East, I think Cleveland's in that 4 range, right? I think the Nets, fully bought in, fully healthy, I think they're better. There's a lot of questions with the Nets. There's a lot of concerns with the Nets. I'm not going to look past that. But I think that if all goes right with the Nets, they're better. I think you can make an argument for the Celtics. I think Milwaukee's better. So there's 3 right there. That would make the Cavs, best case, 4th best team. I think you can make an argument for the Sixers, depending on which James Harden you get. If you get that elite, arguably top 3, top 5 guy in the league, James Harden, then I think that Philly, I would put higher. Miami, I think Miami regresses a lot. I really do. I think Miami regresses. But they're a veteran team. They have experience. They have coaching. They have a lot of things. I think I could see the argument either way. But nonetheless, I really think this Cavs team is going to be great. And I am so excited. I am so looking forward to watching Cleveland play this season. They were fun and just an enjoyable team last year. They're going to be even more than that this year, in my opinion. But anyway, as always, I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think of the Cavs and the Donovan Mitchell move? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Where do you rank them amongst the top teams? Do you agree with me? They're kind of in that top 4 to 6 range. In the East, do you think they're higher than that? I just think Milwaukee, at very least, Milwaukee and the Nets are better than the Cavs. I would take them over the Cavs. But look, this is the best team since LeBron James. This team is going to be very good. Very good. They can just figure it out. If they can just work it out, they can just kind of put all the pieces together. Look out for Cleveland. Cleveland can make some noise. Cleveland's going to win a bunch of games. I think Donovan Mitchell, the pickup for Donovan Mitchell is huge for the Cavs. This is great. The Eastern, like the top 5-6 teams in both conferences, it's gonna be a great playoffs. Like, seriously, can we give a round of applause for the playoffs? And it just shows how much talent is in the league right now. I mean, this is great. But anyway, again, however you feel about it, love to hear your thoughts. One last little shameless plug is I did start As It Stands Lakers. It is a channel just like this, dedicated to only the Lakers, because the Lakers are my favorite team. And on this channel, As It Stands, I talk about all teams, all sports, stuff like that. We have football season coming up, so I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. And I just wanted to make a dedicated channel to the Lakers to give the ins and outs. Now, all the big stuff, all the big news and stuff, I will still post here on this channel. But if you want all the ins and outs and just rumors and theories and just discussions just strictly on the Lakers, link down in the description or in the comment section. Go check out the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot, lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.